Hey gang, I had to jump on and address something that's been kind of driving me crazy lately. And it's not really a big deal. Maybe it shouldn't drive me crazy, but it is. And maybe it's driving you crazy too, or maybe you just need to have it explained to you. That is, for 100 years, since I've been studying health and fitness, it's been perfectly acceptable by doctors, fitness professionals, fitness stars, teachers, mentors to say muscle weighs more than fat or muscle is heavier than fat. Because it is. And then in the last few years, there's been this movement, particularly on social media, where people are saying, no, it doesn't. A pound is a pound. A pound of muscle is the same as a pound of fat. No kidding. I think we all know that. I think we all understand that a pound of lead is the same as 1 pound of feathers, weighs the same. The part that's been implied forever, the other part of the sentence is per volume, per square inch, per whatever your unit of measure is. That's just been implied, and we don't walk around saying that with everything else, but now all of a sudden we're going to get cute with the semantics of muscle and fat. I know that this was done with good intention. I know it was done to try to show people who are getting discouraged because the scale wasn't moving that, let's say, 5 pounds of muscle takes up less space than 5 pounds of fat, which is totally true. And that's why we always say use the tape measure as a more accurate terms of measuring your progress than the scale. If this tennis ball was made of muscle and this tennis ball was made of fat, the one made of muscle would weigh more. If this glass was filled with muscle and this glass was filled with fat, that'd be kind of gross. But the one that was filled with muscle would weigh more. Bucket of muscle would weigh more than a bucket of fat. If this dump truck was full of muscle and this dump truck was full of fat, this dump truck full of muscle would weigh more. So therefore, I am totally fine with saying muscle weighs more than fat. I think you should be too. Just be prepared that if you say it online, people are going to freak out on you and say, no, a pound is a pound. Whatever. The key point is, don't just rely on the scale to determine your progress and your results. Look at the tape measure, the way your clothes fit, the way you feel. Get the whole picture. Muscle does take up less space than fat if it's the same weight, but if you're comparing the same volume, it does weigh more than fat. All right?